Whew. Hi guys, I'm sorry I didn't come in yesterday, but I'm going to tell you about my day yesterday. My day yesterday started with when my phone volume is down, evidently the alarm doesn't sound. So I did not wake up for my hair appointment. And so when I did wake up, I can't see. I'm running around like a chicken loose. I'm trying to find my eye drop so I can even see to find her number to call her. Finally got where I could call her. I called her. She said, "Oh, come in at 1." So I came in. I was on my way at 1. I had to take the Camaro, which is She Beast. And so I drive her in, and I decide to stop and on the way and pick up windshield wipers, because it says they install them. So I go in there, and I get this 17-year-old kid that can't find a Camaro in the system. I'm serious, cannot find the Camaro in the system. Then he couldn't figure out how to find a Camaro that old in the system. It took like 25 minutes for him to figure out which windshield wipers I needed. And then we went from that he couldn't figure out how to get them off. So I was like, give them to me and I'll come back by when I'm done. I got to get across town in 8 minutes because I had my hair appointment that she had reset up. And so I get there and we're doing the hair, we're doing all the good stuff to the hair. And next thing I know, when we're done, she says, "Oh my God." And I'm like, "What?" She goes, "It was like I put nothing on your hair and all we did was wash your hair." Evidently, the product that she had, they'd sent a memo out, but she didn't think she had one of them. Well, evidently she did, and they're not coloring. So she said she's going to have to get something different and for me to come back this morning at 8:30 when they open, and she'll do it again and then do the charge for it then. So I'm like, okay. And so I've spent 2 hours having my hair dyed where it didn't dye. I was there. And then I left there and decided instead of stopping back at Riley's where the guy couldn't even figure out how to get them off, I was going to take it and get it washed because it really needed to be washed. Well, I take it through the drive-through wash. Well, when I get it over to the oil change place. You know what? It doesn't even look like it's been washed. It's like, really? You sprayed water on my car, charged me $15 for it, and it looks just the same as when I drove it in? I am serious, guys. I am serious. So when we get back from our camping trip, I'll have to go out there in the yard and get some Dawn and water and some wash rags and actually hand wash it to get the dirt off. So I sit there and then I drive it over to the little Jiffy Lube place because I was going to get an oil change and tire rotation, and it needed the AC recharged. So, and I was like, this is an old car. It's not supposed to need where you take it all out and put it all in because it doesn't have the sensor. All you're supposed to have to do is top it off. "Oh, no, we can't do that. We can't do that. We got to hook it to a machine that pulls all the Freon out and then it'll put all of it back in." And I was like, "What?" And that's $180, but I didn't have AC and I didn't know how to do where you put the cans on it and do the pressure valve. And so it was like I was stuck paying it. And then I'm watching, I go out when they're putting oil in and they're looking at it funny. And I mean, I've seen people look at that engine in many ways, but funny is not one of them. And I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "Well, she put in the 4.5 quarts of oil and it's saying it needs more oil." And I was like, "Yeah, it takes like 6. "No, the computer says 4.5 quarts." And I was like, "Dude, that is a 5.7 liter engine and it's an 8 cylinder. That's a V8, a big heavy V8. I mean, it's one of the big blocks." I said, "That does not take no 4.5 quarts of oil. It's at 6. She keeps feeding and feeding. And finally she looks at me and she said it was 6 on the dot. And I was like, "Yeah, kind of figured that." So it was like, oh my God. It's like you can't believe everything the computer tells you. One thing, some of older cars are redone. Some older cars aren't even in the systems. So it's like you got to have some brains to you. When you got a engine that's like the size of the back of a ski boat, you're not going to be able to put 4.5 quarts of oil in it. And I was like, what? Then I had to run over to Walmart because I'd ordered 3 camp chairs. Only 2 came in. The other one dropped completely off the order. It's not even like I ordered it. And then my daughter contacted me while I was in there and said, I got you a camp chair, but you got to get propane. So I had to pick up some cans of propane, and I picked up some bug repellent. Oh, and then I picked up some snacks and got all that stuff. And then I get home. My son brings his truck up. It's half loaded because he brought some chairs that we're going to leave at the camp. But then we got to get like the canopy out of the shed and a couple other things out of the shed. And then it goes to where we've got 2 coolers and 2 bags of ice. And we got all the food and all the everything, like my clothes, the kids' clothes, everybody's clothes. So the truck is packed. The truck is totally packed. I mean, it is. I don't think we could put another thing in that truck if we tried. I mean, I don't think we could. But we just now, it is almost 7 o'clock. We just now got done loading the truck, getting everything in the truck, getting the dogs in the backyard with foods and water, figured out how the dog was getting out. So we got all that done. And so now we're down to, we got to put water out for the cat because they took the water bottle from the house and took it out there. I mean, it's just like, oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. So, yeah, and I had to call my dad because I got my watch coming in. It's just coming in today. Well, we're not going to be here when the mail runs. So he's going to come over and get my watch and take it over to his place and put it in the house so it doesn't sit out in the hot mailbox all weekend. You know, because I bought the watch that actually shows you your EKG printout. How did he get out?
I have no clue. Apparently, there's like a little hole somewhere like around.
Well, go walk it.
He's going under. So like the porch area, he's going underneath that. That's where he's popping out from.
Out from under the porch?
Out from underneath the porch, back porch.
Go walk along there and see if there's a spot where he can climb under. And we got an escapee dog that is escaping. We're not sure how. So, and then I've got to leave here in about 20 minutes to drive into town, then get my hair done, and then go from there to where we got to go. So I'm sorry it's not a long live. I'm sorry it is just a pop-up quickie, but I'm just letting you know why. And then I'm going to show you. Let me turn this around. Dun, 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 dun. Settings, camera, rear. And that's all I have left on Druid. So, yeah, that's it. Just we are trying to figure out where this crazy dog is getting out at. You find it?
Yeah, it's like right over here.
And what, did you fill up the hole?
Yeah, hold it up. So what I did, I made my own little locking mechanism. So I put it right behind it. Then I put a chair and then I shove the shovel in there to where it locks it.
Okay.
It gets how it gets.
All right. Come on, dogs. Get all the dogs out. Come on.
Out, back in.
So I'm gonna leave y'all. We're stuck with our fun. I will do little pop-up things and record them all weekend and then have a recording up for you. Love y'all. Bye.